Now it's time for Ask Dr. Love with Dr. Jamie Turndorf, the #1 relationship advice radio show in the U.S.
Hello and welcome to Love Never Dies. I'm Dr. Jamie Turndorf, founder of AskDrLove.com, the web's first relationship advice site since 1995 and host of Ask Dr. Love Radio. Love Never Dies is my memoir and self-help book that shares the amazing true story of my spiritual reconnection with my beloved deceased husband, internationally renowned former Jesuit priest Émile Jean Pain. Jean's astonishing after-death manifestations proved to me that our relationships aren't supposed to end in death. So I created my groundbreaking new trans-dimensional grief therapy method that brings my acclaimed conflict resolution methods to the world of after-death communication. The result is an unprecedented new method that offers you the first vehicle in history for not only reconnecting, but also making peace with the deceased. And as you know, Jean's over-the-top manifestations that I share at the start of each show each week aren't just meant for you. As Jean told me right after he left his body, Jamie, let our love shine like a torch that lights the path for others. This means that Jean's manifestations are meant to let you know that your loved ones are here with you too. They're just waiting for you to open the door of your heart and let them back in, which is what Love Never Dies shows you how to do. And as I told you, one of my Facebook fans says she loves tuning into Love Never Dies show to hear Jean's latest Jean-ifestations. He's not just a man, he's Jean. So here are the latest for you. On Thursday last week, I said to Jean, now that I'm going to be graduating 2 new trans-dimensional grief method students in the coming weekend, I'd like you to send me just 1 new coaching student. That night I got an email from a female medium who lives in Rome, Italy. And she said, I'm a great fan of the Love Never Dies book and radio show. And then she said, earlier that day, the same day that I asked him to send a new coach, she said the angels and Jean told her that she has to sign up for my coach's training. Wow. Talk about an instant response. How beautiful. Now, the next day, I received an email from the photo editor of Spirit and Destiny magazine. Now, if you remember last week, I said here on Hay House Radio that I had been speaking with Katie Moon, who was checking my quotes for the interview that I gave her for that magazine. And she told me that her photo editor received a manifestation from Jean. And then I actually got the email from the photo editor. And I want you to hear this experience in her own words because it's really amazing. Hi, Dr. Jamie. I hope you're well. My colleague Katie said she told you about my incredible experience of seeing Jean on the London Tube. I hadn't read your story or even seen pictures of Jean when I had this encounter. And it was strange, as I rarely notice people on the London Underground, and even more rare for someone to smile back at me. I could feel this man's energy emanating with light, wisdom, and warmth, so I was really touched by his presence. He was dressed very smartly and seemed to glow from the inside out. I was so intrigued, wanting to know his story, as I knew he was a man of great wisdom and an open heart. When I got to work, Katie showed me your photos, and I was shocked, saying, I just saw this man on the tube, which was when she replied you couldn't have, as he has passed over. I then brushed it off as a doppelganger or just someone who looked like him, until she said it happens often. What do you make of this? I'm truly fascinated. So you may have heard me say last week that my newly certified coach, Espy, had a visitation from Jean in the subway in New York City 10 years ago, and she was standing alone in the New York City subway, and she also had never seen Jean or read Love Never Dies because the book hadn't even been written yet, and her husband was still in his body. Now, by the way, I mention Espy from time to time on the show, and I've been calling her Ellie because she didn't want her identity revealed, but now she's ready to come out of the shadows and be called by her real name, Espy. So whenever you listen to previous broadcasts and you hear me talking about my coach in training, Ellie, it's really Espy. So her story in the subway pretty much matches what happened with Emma, this photo editor. Same thing, lit from the inside out, his beautiful angelic smile. And he came to Espy and gave her such a message of love, which was the same thing that he did for Emma. Isn't that beautiful? And what's so cool about Espy's visitation is that Jean was obviously putting her in place, knowing that 10 years later, he would direct her to me so that I would help her reconnect to her husband in spirit. And it was all being put in place, showing that the future's already happened. And it's really remarkable. It's mind-boggling. I can't even say it, right? So last Thursday, I'm running my women's group. And Betty Jo, a dear patient of mine, I've been with her. She's been in my group for decades. She's grown up with me. So she was weeping about how pressured she feels to be perfect all the time. And I realized some months back that since she was a little girl, she's been trying to be perfect in order to win her daddy's love. When she was 7, her daddy left home, and like all kids, she thought his leaving was her fault in some way, that she wasn't good enough or lovable enough. So she started that quest to be perfect, to win him back symbolically, and just trying to be perfect wherever she goes. Now, her father's been in spirit for decades, and she still continues this pattern. So I said to her, look, you need to talk to your dad in spirit. So we did the visualization and the meditation, and it was so poignant. She soon realized that Dad left to find work, not because he didn't love her. And he felt so ashamed he didn't know how to come back into her life and make his leaving right. And he reassured her during the dialogue that he's always loved her just the way she is, and she doesn't need to work so hard to try to win everybody's love. And she doesn't need to try to win his love. He's always loved her. So suddenly I see him starting to joke around to lighten the mood. He's singing off key. So I asked Betty Jo, did he do this in life? Yes, he did this. Now her dad showed me the wildest validation I think I've ever seen. He's clowning around and he's literally flexing his right pec muscle and his left pec muscle. It's like right boob, left boob, right boob, left boob. So I said, did he do this? And Betty Jo burst into tears of joy. And she said he used to do that to make her laugh. Now, talk about a healing experience, because by proving his presence with such an idiosyncratic behavior, he was validating his other messages to her, that he loved her, always did, wants her to stop trying to be perfect in order to win his love. So these kinds of validations, when they come through here on Hay House Radio, when you get them when you dialogue, they are really designed to let you know, I'm here with you. That's why your loved ones in spirit do that, okay? Now, last but not least, I want to share with you what happened this past weekend, because I had all my transdimensional grief method coaches, my certified coaches. Judith flew in from California, Paula flew in from North Carolina, Candy, who lives in Dutchess County. They came in to support Espy, who's from Connecticut, and Maya, who's also from California and flew in from California. Espy and Maya came to attend their live training weekend, which marked the completion of their 12-week Transdimensional Grief Method certification course. And it was just so sweet of all my already certified coaches to come so far to support Espy and Maya. You can't believe what a loving soul family we have created here. Every coach who joins my coach's training is just welcomed into the fold of this really loving soul family. So on Friday afternoon, we all went to Weathersfield Garden. It's in Millbrook, and people come from all over the world to see it. Magical views of the rolling hills, the Chicomico Valley, and the Catskills far in the distance. Then we had dinner at a local restaurant called Charlotte's. Sean and I used to go there a lot. And there you sit in the grass, looking out upon the horses and the rolling fields. So beautiful. On Saturday, Candy arrived with a bouquet of peach-colored roses, which was a birthday present to me from all my girls. My birthday is today, and I did want to be with everybody, all my beloved listeners, to celebrate my birthday with you. And she said that Jean led her to buy me those peach-colored roses. So we worked together from noon to 4. And as always, my certified coaches and my students grew with such leaps and bounds. My mouth was hanging open. Now, our first dialogue is very important. I want you to hear about this because it will apply to you, I'm sure. Paula felt the need to dialogue with a female friend of hers, and in no time, it was clear that Paula was being used to help heal her friend in spirit, who said that she had been a clown in life, but was secretly sad. In the dialogue, Paula served as an open vessel for her friend in spirit, helping her friend to work through her anger, hurt, and sadness. And as Paula wept the tears that her friend never shed on her own behalf, Paula was helping her friend heal. Now, this was a very different dialogue than we've ever had before. So in this case, we were focused on helping a spirit being heal her unfinished business, rather than help the person living in a body heal his or her unfinished business with someone in spirit. And so this got me to thinking about haunted houses and, all those TV shows in which the ghost whisperers can be so unkind to the ghosts and telling them to get lost and move on and go back into the light. And I realized there is no such thing as ghosts. What some people refer to as a ghost is nothing more than a spirit with unfinished business, a spirit who needs our help to heal. So when you hear a story about someone who's attached to a place, a house, that is not a ghost. That is someone who has some unfinished business, and that spirit needs our help to heal. We have to dialogue with them the way we dialogued with Paula's friend, and you can help those in spirit heal whatever business they're carrying using my dialoguing with the departed technique. Now, after Paula dialogued with her friend, I turned to Maya and I asked her what she had received during the dialogue. And Maya instantly burst into tears, and she became an open vessel, speaking the friend's words. Now, afterward, this is really significant. Maya said she was silently praying that I wouldn't call upon her since she had no idea what to say. So clearly, Paula's friend's spirit moved Maya to step out of her head, the cognitive part of the brain that's thinking, what can I say and what would be helpful? We're in the wrong place when we're thinking like that. So her spirit moved Maya aside, and just then Maya became the open vessel who spoke the spirit's words. Then you're not thinking about what to say. The words just flow through you like the wind, whispers through the trees. Now, on Sunday, we had brunch at the Hudson River, and then we came back to my house for more dialoguing. And this time, for the first time, I invited anyone who wanted to lead the visualization and meditation for making contact and then the subsequent dialogue to take over and do what I do. Now, Maya felt so unready to do so, and that's how I knew I needed to help her to do it. Now, Maya has a Japanese accent, and she's so convinced that she doesn't speak well and that she's unintelligible, all of which is not true. And what's more, I noticed the day before that Maya has an amazing gift of mimicry. She's able to copy my speech, and when she does, she literally morphs into me. She not only mimics my accent and my enunciation, she changes her body language. So she's a mime. She's a natural mime, or a parrot. And we had so many laughs at how well she parroted my words and my voice. So I, along with everyone, just lovingly encouraged Maya to preside over the next dialogue. And she kept saying, I don't know how, I'm not ready. Finally, she agreed. Now, Maya is a caregiver for elderly Japanese ladies, and they don't speak English. So I said, take my book and read my visualization and meditation for making contact in Japanese and instantly translate. We closed our eyes and we let her lead. And within seconds, we were all weeping from the love vibration that was coming from her voice, even though we didn't understand a word of what she was saying. And then she took the reins and assisted Judith, one of my certified coaches, in her dialogue with her missing brother. Now, suddenly, Maya felt blocked, and she wasn't perceiving anything. And she kept saying, I don't know what to say. And it was then that I realized, of course you don't know what to say. None of us knows what to say. We aren't the ones who are speaking. We are allowing Spirit to speak through us when we dialogue. The Spirit knows what they need to say. So when she said, I don't know how to do this, I then realized she needed to get out of the way by consciously switching channels in her brain, shifting from overseer, which requires her to be in the cognitive part of her brain, to the open channel, in which she just allows herself to be. And as soon as she made the switch, Judith's brother instantly began speaking through her, and Maya was weeping as she spoke his shame and his guilt and his sorrow. And hearing his tears come through the physical body of Maya was what brought such healing to Judith. And of course, Maya showed what a gifted transdimensional grief method coach she is. So this experience is a great teaching moment for all of us. If you feel blocked, you're in your head, not in your heart. When you dialogue, you want to switch to the open channel in your brain so that you can allow whomever you're dialoguing with to speak through you. And to do this, you have to split yourself in two. One part of you is speaking your half of the dialogue, and the other part of you is the open channel for the being in spirit that you're allowing to speak through you. It sounds a little tricky, but you can do it. And with practice, you get better and better. So now let's get up to today's topic. Do those in spirit miss us? And my answer to you is a resounding yes. Contrary to popular belief, those in spirit miss us terribly. And I want to share with you what you can do to help those in spirit miss you less. And of course, as soon as we finish with this show topic, we're going to go to the phone and we're going to talk together live. And I'm going to help you dialogue with your loved ones in spirit and even heal any unfinished business that still lingers. So how did I first discover that those in spirit miss us? Well, the first time I had a sense that Jean was missing me was early on after his bodily departure, and I was lying literally face down on the carpet, crying over missing him, when suddenly I felt Jean was checking my butt out, because I'm face down, so my butt's facing heavenward. And my tears turned to tears of laughter, and I said to him aloud, "Are you checking my butt out? Are you a dirty old man, spirit?" And now we're both laughing. But joking aside, I sensed he was missing me. Now, on another night, I was watching a romantic film called The Sleeping Dictionary, and suddenly I felt Jean's energy all around me, and I heard him say, "Jamie, I'm as lost without you as you are without me." And I was so amazed and sad to think that he was as bereft as I was over our being physically separated. And his deep yearning to be close to me was really palpable to me. In that moment, I felt him enveloping me in a blanket of love, and I just felt his ongoing adoration and devotion. And I again received the message that our destinies were bound together and that it was his destiny to work with me in our ministry until I returned to him. And I knew that it was my challenge to find a way to become comfortable with what we have rather than yearning for what we don't have. Now, the next day I went to the Millbrook Zoo. And as I entered, I silently asked Jean to speak to me through one of the animals. And as I passed through the gate, an emu that was far away came rushing up to the fence where I was standing. He stuck his head through the wire mesh, and he frantically began wiggling his beak. And I saw him moving his beak 3 times like he was saying, "I love you." And our little pet canary Fluffy used to do exactly that. And the emu paused a second and then did it again. He wiggled his beak 3 times, and his head was bobbing back and forth, and he was actually frantic. And I immediately had the sense that Jean was frantically trying to come through to me. Now, at this point, a couple standing beside me said aloud, "Hey, look at that bird. That bird seems to be trying to talk to her." And their observation was all the confirmation that I needed. The experience with the emu proved what I had heard Jean telling me the night before, that he missed me, and he needed to stay connected to me as much as I need to stay connected to him. In other words, our inseparability in life continues unchanged. We can't be parted. And of course, as I made my way through the zoo, passing from pen to pen, all the animals stayed next to me, not moving for as long as I wished to stay with them. And again, Jean was reminding me, "I'm always by your side." And it was such a divine experience. Now, there's just one more experience I want to share with you that just underscores how much our loved ones in spirit miss us. This is not in the Love Never Dies book because it happened after the book was published. So you may recall I told you here on the show that Love Never Dies became an overnight bestseller, selling out on Amazon following my appearance on Coast to Coast Radio. Well, the next day, I got a phone call from a guy who said that Jean was burning up his brain with messages for me. And the guy starts telling me things in French and Italian. Now, I immediately knew Jean was speaking through this guy, using him as an open vessel, because these sentences were the exact things that Jean had told me when he lived in a body. And after the guy said to me something in Italian, he paused and he said, "But Jamie, I'm a hillbilly. I don't know no Italian." And I laughed and I said, "Dude, I believe you. Your accent sucks." Now, a couple of weeks later, it's Valentine's Day. And this same guy calls me and he says, "I was sitting in front of my computer when your husband took over my computer, and a drop-down menu appeared of my wife's professional photo gallery. And he said my hands were on the keyboard. I wasn't even touching the computer." And then he said Jean whispered to him, "Send Jamie the peach rose." Now, he didn't know that Jean gave me peach-colored roses each week. So then he tells me a couple of days later, "Jean wants you to know that after all your decades of selfless service, your time has finally come." And I told him, the cream always rises to the top. And he at that point said to me, "I can't believe it. The photo caption of the rose that Jean asked me to send you is called Peaches and Cream." So it was amazing. And I could feel how much Jean wanted to honor me. He was telling me, "I miss you. I'm with you in everything that you're doing." Now, In the weeks that followed, this guy kept telling me that he could feel how much Jean was missing me. And he said he could feel Jean wanting to kiss me and make love to me. And he told me, this makes no sense. And he kept quoting the party line, what so many people who are spiritual seekers have been told. Why, he said, would an ascended master like Jean still be obsessed with the flesh? He said, something's wrong. Those in spirit are free from bodily yearnings. Well, this guy didn't get it at all. Love never dies. That means those in spirit never stop loving us, never stop yearning to make love to us in every possible way. And if you remember in Love Never Dies, I tell the story of my massage therapist, Mark, who said that he would get an instant woody. That's what he said every time he came to my house and touched me. He could feel Jean coming inside his body. Jean was somehow expressing his love and yearning by piggybacking on Mark's body and using him as his open vessel to express his desire and yearning for me. And so many of my clients and coaches have described feeling their spouses in spirit, yearning to touch them and make love to them too. Now, so far I'm only talking about loved ones missing us sexually, but that's not the only way they miss us. They miss our laughter. They miss playing with us. They miss eating with us. So how can we help those in spirit miss us less? It's simple. Reconnect with them. When we reconnect with them, we're not only helping ourselves miss them less, we're helping them miss us less. So the best remedy to help those in spirit not miss us so much is for us to reconnect and stay connected to them and with them. So to do this, we need to dialogue with them every day, include them in our day-to-day activities, family meals, hobbies, walks with our pets, sports events with our kids, and so on and so on. Now, I can't tell you how many times I hear the loved ones of my patients saying again and again, help me miss you less. Reconnect with me. And again, don't believe for a minute that your loved ones go anywhere. We humans harbor this incredible misconception about the afterlife. I talked a lot about this in the show last week. The biggest misconception, the idea that they move into the light and then they're gone to us, or that we're holding them back. When our loved ones leave their bodies, they enter the dark matter or dark energy portion of our universe. This is where they remain. They're right beside us, watching over us, guiding us, missing us, wanting to reconnect with us, help us fulfill our spiritual development and destiny. They don't go anywhere. The light is actually the dark matter, if you want. So remember, when we reconnect and we dialogue with our loved ones, we aren't just helping ourselves, we're helping them too. So keep your loved ones close. You know the old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Keep your loved ones close. This is what you can do to help them miss you less. All right. So I want to just take a brief break, let you know, of course, you're listening to Love Never Dies Radio. I'm Dr. Jamie Turndorf.
You're listening to Ask Dr. Love with Dr. Jamie Turndorf. If your heart is still hurting over the bodily loss of your loved one, the reason is simple. We're not meant to be separated from those we love, and reconnecting is the only way to end the grief. But reconnecting and staying connected requires guidance. As a gift to her listeners, Dr. Turndorf is offering a limited number of discounted grief relief sessions to help you reestablish a relationship with loved ones in spirit and resolve any unfinished issues. If you're ready to experience the healing and joy of reconnecting, visit drjamieturndorf.com/grief relief to schedule your session. But don't wait, space is limited. Visit drjamieturndorf.com/grief relief to find out more. And now, back to Dr. Turndorf.
So I want to go to the phone now and talk to all my lovable and loving and beautiful Hay House family. So let me please go to line 1 and speak with Mandy.
Hi, Jamie. Thank you for taking
Hey.
the call.
Hi, Mandy. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I mean, you're so blessed to have all these messages from your former husband. It's just amazing. And
He's not my former husband, girlfriend.
That's true.
He still is. He's just not in a body, is all.
You're right. It's absolutely amazing, the experiences you have. And like I said, it's a blessing. And I'm so drawn to your work because somehow I feel like one day I'm going to be doing something similar. Anyway.
Something similar. Here I go. I'm going to give you a commercial. Accept no imitations.
Okay. Oh,
How can I help you?
I would love your help in connecting with my father-in-law who left his body quite some time ago. I never met him, and just going through a very difficult time right now with lots of challenges, both physical and just emotionally. And would just love his guidance and his healing if he can give it to me, and this will be a great way to connect with him.
Okay. All right. So let us together do our visualization followed by our meditation for making contact. And I just want to tell everybody in queue, you'll do this with me, everybody listening at home. When you do this at home and we're not under a time clock, you'll take as much time as you need, okay, to fully enter a meditative state. And if my voice helps you, you can go to askdrlove.com under the store and you can download my meditation audio where I will guide you into a trance using my voice, okay? So let's do this together now. Let's close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths in. Take our first breath through the nose and out through the mouth. Second breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Third breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you exhale, feel the warm golden light of spirit washing over your body. Imagine it having the power to penetrate your blood, your organs, and your cells. And as you exhale, feel the tension leaving your body through your fingertips and toes. And as the tension eases, feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into the chair, the couch, or the bed. And I want you to feel that warm golden light pouring over you like warm lava that's melting into you. Feel your muscles turning to taffy melting under a summer sun. And see this light as it flows downward, starting from your head, then moving down your face, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, chest, upper back, stomach, mid-back, groin, lower back, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. If you sense any areas of your body resisting the flow, visualize your inhaling breath entering those areas of constriction, and then imagine your exhaling breath flushing out the tension. And as you continue breathing, feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation, as if you're in a bucket being lowered in a well, or in an elevator dropping lower and lower until you reach the state in which you're free of tension and worry. When you're fully relaxed and receptive, imagine yourself strolling along the bank of a stream. The sky is a perfect blue dome. A gentle breeze ruffles the lush grass. And songbirds and butterflies accompany our stroll. As we walk on, our steps become lighter and lighter until they're nearly weightless. A stream meanders lazily in front of you, and you effortlessly cross the stream and enter a meadow that is a lush emerald carpet. And as you walk on, you see a large lake in the distance. Its surface is smooth as glass and shimmers like liquid silver. The lake seems to have a magnetic force that pulls you toward it. And as you approach, you notice your loved one standing at the edge of the lake, smiling and beckoning you forward. His or her eyes sparkle as he or she stretches his or her arms out to you in welcome. And your loved one sends you the message energetically that it's time for you to open your heart and speak the words that your heart begs you to share. So now take one more breath in, Mandy, and make a first statement aloud to your father-in-law.
Papa, I need your blessing. I need your love at this time. Some guidance.
Take another breath in. See if you can feel what's coming back from him. It could be a word, a sentence, a mental picture, a physical sensation, a thought.
No, it's just like he's just saying everything's going to be okay.
Okay, when we dialogue, what I want us to do, I want us to get better and better at allowing ourselves to be the open vessel for the loved one we're speaking with, okay? So when we don't narratize, we say their words and then we say our own. Do you see what I mean? So you're like playing two parts. Your part and your loved one's in spirit part. So he says to you, I want you to know. Do you see what I mean? Okay, take another breath in. Make another statement.
He's saying to me, I want you to know everything is going to be okay.
Right. Now also, see if you can see the gesture he's showing you. It's a physical gesture.
I see him showing me extended hands.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what's the feeling that he's giving you with the extended hands?
As if to hug me.
Exactly. He is opening his arms as an invitation. My arms are open. Step into them. Let me wrap my arms around you. So take a breath in and step into his arms now. Can you feel that, Mandy?
Yes, yes.
Now, what do you see? Because he's giving you a picture. Can you see what he's showing you now?
I don't see anything.
Okay, he wants you to rest your head on his chest. And he wants you to become boneless and weightless, as if, you know, when we sink into a feather mattress or into a hammock. He's saying that this is not easy for you to do, to turn over and let go like that. Is that right?
Sometimes.
Can you do it? Can you do it now?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'd like to.
Okay, so can you visualize as if he were the hammock or the feather mattress? Just sink into his chest. Let go. Take a breath and do this. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel that?
Yes.
How are you feeling now?
Calmer.
You're calmer. Now, you spoke about needing a physical healing.
Yes.
He is sending you a message about what you need to heal. Do you get what he's saying to you? It's coming through thought induction.
I'm not.
You're lost. Do you want me to help you?
Yes, please.
Okay. The sinking into his chest as though he were the hammock or the feather mattress. Mm-hmm. The letting go is the state that you must be in multiple times throughout the day. The more you can come into that state, the more your body will have the proper, the word he's trying to say is the proper foundation climate for healing. In that state, the body rests and it repairs. It knows what to do, but it can't do it if you're too tense. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's showing that you've been kind of running like a rat on a wheel. You've been very nervous. Is that true?
Yes.
Right. So in that state of running, you're creating sympathetic arousal. That's adrenal activation. Sympathetic arousal, vascular constriction, poor blood flow, too much cortisol running through the body. The body does not heal in that state. It only heals in a state of sympathetic arousal, which is parasympathetic arousal, which is peace. P for parasympathetic, peace, surrender, relaxation. So what's happening here is he's showing you that reconnecting to him and allowing yourself to rest in his arms is also what will heal you. Okay, Mandy?
I see. I understand.
You get that? I'm also being told, so because you have a gift and you see this work in your future, a good start for you is to use my Love Never Dies course. You can actually find it. That's the web address, loveneverdiescourse.com. And it's 8 weeks where I basically hold your hand and take you through the book and help guide you to reconnect and dialogue. So that's a good place for you to start. And of course, if you can come to live events, that's wonderful too, but that's a way for people who are living in Europe and it's kind of hard for them to get to a live event. It's a way for us to deepen your connection and deepen your dialogue. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All right, honey? Let me know how you're feeling, because your healing is already begun.
Oh, great. Any other message from him?
He's saying that this is your work. You see this rat on a wheel image of running, running, running? You must do less. Just sink into his chest, okay?
Okay.
That's all. Everything will come from there. Because you will be in a state of peace, you will be in a state of parasympathetic arousal, you will be healing. All wisdom will come, all ability to connect with spirit, all guidance comes from that place, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Let me go please to line 2, Leslie.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I was hoping to connect with my father. Let me take you off speakerphone first, though.
Mm-hmm. You're new to the show, right?
Yes, I am.
How did I know?
Because I said that wrong, probably.
You didn't say it wrong at all. It was perfect. It was perfect. I just had a feeling. So,
My dad. Go ahead.
You wanted to speak to him. Just say, yes, perfect. Just jump right in.
He passed.
No, don't tell me anything. Just talk to him. Just talk to him. Go ahead. Go ahead. What do you want to say that's in your heart?
It's hard for me to take care of Mom, Dad. If you could just talk to her. And I know you helped her when she fell down the stairs the other day. And now that she's starting to feel better, she's more stubborn than ever. And maybe I am stubborn too, wanting things for her. But if you could just let her know that.
Take a breath in, because he wants to speak to you. He wants to tell you something, okay? First of all, this word stubborn, okay? You need to sink into what is the real feeling. Stubborn is a kind of attitude, a stubborn attitude, stubborn behavior. Underneath stubborn, you're having a feeling about your mom and toward your mom. So do you know what that feeling is?
You're listening to Ask Dr. Love with Dr. Jamie Turndorf. If your heart is still hurting over the bodily loss of your loved one, the reason is simple. We're not meant to be separated from those we love, and reconnecting is the only way to end the grief. But reconnecting and staying connected requires guidance. As a gift to her listeners, Dr. Turndorf is offering a limited number of discounted grief relief sessions to help you reestablish a relationship with loved ones in spirit and resolve any unfinished issues. If you're ready to experience the healing and joy of reconnecting, visit drjamieturndorf.com/grief relief to schedule your session. But don't wait, space is limited. Visit drjamieturndorf.com/grief relief to find out more. And now, back to Dr. Turndorf.
I'm thinking two things.
You're thinking, but I'm asking you to feel.
Oh.
See? The F word.
Okay.
I'm being stubborn with my mom. I'm trying to control her behavior.
It's
Fear. Thank you very much. Wonderful. We always want to get down to our emotional core, get beneath the emotional smoke screen of anger or stubbornness or trying to be controlling in our behavior. I am afraid. Now, this is how your father is helping you. He is guiding you to speak to your mother from the feeling place. Mommy, I'm afraid for you. Get that? I love you. I'm afraid for you. I'm worried. When you speak to her from that place, you will instantly break this power struggle because your mom is stubborn too. Mm-hmm. So she starts hearing you tell her what to do. She digs her heels, and now you're in a power struggle.
Yep.
Let go of the rope, and the power struggle is broken by you going beneath the stubbornness and the trying to control her behavior, and just speak from the heart and tell her how you feel. Okay?
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yes. Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
That's your daddy. Okay? And he wants to help you. It's not just a one-shot deal. This is a real paradigm shift in how you operate in your relationships, where he wants to help you learn to know what you feel and be able to speak from the heart. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, that's a tall order, right?
It is, yeah.
Girl, I know. That's what I do with my patients every day. and they do it with me. You know, if they can practice with me, Jamie, you really pissed me off. I was like, okay, what did I do? What did I say? And that we do it that way. I mean, we don't develop it, we don't heal these problems. We don't learn how to speak from the heart in a vacuum. We do it in a good therapeutic relationship. So if you want me to help you, you'll call me and you can do some phone work with me. Okay. This doesn't have to be all your work because you can't do it all by yourself. All right. All right, but first we'll have you begin just this little piece with your mom, and then the larger piece. I'm here if you want me to help you. All right?
All right, thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Oh, good. Let me go to line 3. Ricardo, please.
Hello?
Hello, Ricardo.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
All right. All right.
You're from New Jersey, where I'm from. How you doing?
Yeah, I am. I'm born in New York, but raised in Jersey.
Yeah, me too. I was raised in Jersey. So you want to connect to your family in spirit?
Yeah, because basically I'm a man. I'm 40 years old, and I've been hit with disease, and my mother had it, and my sister had it, and a lot of my family is dead. So, but I'm wondering how come nobody has really come to me trying to explain to me what to do, because I feel very alone, and I don't know where to go.
Oh, of course, I get it totally. So when we talk to someone in spirit, we usually pick one person because you can't really converse with more than one person at a time. So who would you like to speak with first?
My sister.
You'd like to speak with your sister, okay? So, you were with me on the line, if I remember, and you were with me when we did the meditation, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so take a deep breath in and make a first statement to your sister. And say it out loud. Okay.
Please, I miss you. I need help. I need you to help me. Help me, please.
Tell her what kind of help you need, okay? Be specific.
Yeah, I need you to guide me and help me, because there's no one left in this world, and not too many.
Okay.
I need your help.
Okay. All right, so close your eyes now. Take a breath in. And I want you to feel your sister reaching out and holding your hand, Ricardo. Can you feel that? Even though all your relatives have left their bodies and they're all in spirit, it is not that nobody is left. It's that they're all in the spirit realm. And in fact, in spirit, they're closer to you. They're not bound by the physical vessel. They can be with you anytime, any moment. Breathe in. And I want you to feel her love coming through your hand. Can you feel this, Ricardo?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Now take another breath in, and I want you to feel her hand, her other hand, covering your heart and holding it. Can you feel that? Feel that. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Good. Now can you feel you are not alone? You are not alone. You feel that?
Yes.
Now, anytime you start to get upset or scared, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to do the visualization and the meditation that we did, and I want you to see your sister, feel your sister holding your hand and touching your heart. We all need this. We all need to connect with our loved ones. It's too scary to feel like we're not connected. It's too scary to feel like we're alone. We get all frantic, okay? So this is what I want you to do. And then you can connect with another relative and do the same thing. And then begin to talk to them. But first make the connection. Okay, Ricardo?
Yes.
Thank you so much for calling. And
Thank you.
I'm holding your heart too. Okay.
You're listening to Ask Dr. Love with Dr. Jamie Turndorf. If your heart is still hurting over the bodily loss of your loved one, the reason is simple. We're not meant to be separated from those we love, and reconnecting is the only way to end the grief. But reconnecting and staying connected requires guidance. As a gift to her listeners, Dr. Turndorf is offering a limited number of discounted grief relief sessions to help you reestablish a relationship with loved ones in spirit and resolve any unfinished issues. If you're ready to experience the healing and joy of reconnecting, visit drjamieturndorf.com/grief relief to schedule your session. But don't wait, space is limited. Visit drjamieturndorf.com/grief relief to find out more. And now, back to Dr. Turndorf.
Talk to you again. Let me go please to line 4, Amanda. Amanda?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I have a question for you. My mom passed away in January, and since her passing, I often do your meditation to connect with her and find it, I think it's helpful. I think I'm sort of, my ego is kind of jumping in, discerning between am I speaking or am I being that open channel of communication that you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, yesterday was her birthday, and it's her first birthday since her passing, and so I was thinking about her all day.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter, who's 5, was at camp and came home and said, Mommy, I drew a picture for you today.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little picture of an angel. And she had no idea it was my mom's birthday yesterday. It was sort of something I was just keeping in my heart. And I said, oh, that's so beautiful. Why did you draw an angel for me? Because that's not something she's done before.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I don't know. I just wanted to do this for you. And I got a feeling that it was, and I guess my question was, I'm trying to work, was she working through my daughter to bring that message to me? And how do I know the difference between that's my hope versus that was really my mom?
So first of all, your intellect is really interfering, isn't it? Because this is a real problem for so many people. Spirit communication is a love connection. It has nothing to do with the intellect. So the minute you start with this, is it real? Am I imagining it? Why did my daughter draw this today? You're sunk. Thunk,
Yes.
And you really need to ask yourself why I need to do this. Why can I not just allow my heart to know what it knows? There's no such thing as coincidence. That's Spirit's way of remaining anonymous. Your daughter never drew a picture like that before, and lo and behold, she draws it on Mom's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Children are natural open vessels, animals, the very young, the very old, the sick, the disabled, the mentally disturbed, all of this, they're more open. So your mom was able to really get through your daughter and bring you that little message, I'm your angel.
If that's the case, then, and this idea of does spirit miss us, my heart says that my mom misses us.
Of course.
And I can communicate with her, and I communicate with her, but my siblings aren't of that belief.
Yeah.
Any suggestions as to if she's sad because they're not communicating? Can I be a bridge there in any way?
Well, have they read Love Never Dies yet?
They have not.
Well, that's your way to start, because I was on Amazon and I saw some reviews that were amazing from people who said, I didn't believe before I read the book. So there you go. Let them just read the book. The story speaks for itself, the manifestations. Let them also tune into Hay House Radio. Listen to the ongoing manifestations. You know, it's like saying, what does an orgasm feel like? Well, can I convince you it's really great? No, you got to just feel it. Read the book and they will know. They'll just feel it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, that's very helpful. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks for calling. Let me go, please, to line 6. Tamara, or Tamara? How do I pronounce your name?
It's Tamara.
Tamara. Hello, Tamara. You have a resentment toward your father that you need to heal.
Yes, please.
Yeah, baby. All right. Well, okay. So, you know, a lot of people, I want you to know this. When you have unfinished business, we can begin the dialogue. But just like it took a really long time for the difficulties to develop, sometimes you need to dialogue over time, right?
Sure.
So we'll start. And then if you need me to help continue with you, you know, you can come to one of my live events. We can dialogue more, right? So let's begin. Take a breath in. Make a first statement towards your dad.
Dad, I want to forgive you, and I don't know how.
Take a deep breath in. And what do you hear coming back?
What I first heard back was I'm sorry, and I didn't know how to reach out to you.
Okay. You haven't read Love Never Dies yet, right?
No.
Okay, so part 3 of Love Never Dies speaks to exactly where you're stuck. So you need to immediately download the book. Do you read Kindles?
No.
All right, so then you just order it on Amazon, and you know, just get the soft cover book, okay? One of the biggest mistakes we make is trying to force forgiveness down our throats. You don't have to forgive him. You just have to talk to him, okay?
Right.
And you have to tell him everything he said and done that hurt you, that landed wrong. He's not asking you to forgive him. He's just asking you to tell him the truth of what's in your heart, okay? When you start a dialogue with this imposition of I've got to forgive, we're all blocked up because we're not ready to forgive. So what you want to do is just be true to your feelings, speak them to your dad, and dialogue, and allow the relationship to evolve from this point, okay?
Okay.
And as time goes on through the dialoguing, your feelings will shift. At the very least, you will come to understand and accept why he did what he did. Okay? And I like to go for acceptance and understanding rather than forgiveness. Because every time I hear, I forgave him, it's like burying your feelings in a shallow grave. When you come to accept and understand, you have a resolution. And that, to me, is much deeper than some kind of forced forgiveness. Okay?
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Good girl. So you start your dialoguing, and then if you need help, reach back out to me. All righty? And everybody, it's been wonderful spending my birthday with you. Remember to reconnect and dialogue and help your loved ones in spirit not miss you so much. See you next week on Love Never Dies.
You've been listening to Ask Dr. Love with Dr. Jamie Turndorf. Sign up for Dr. Jamie's newsletter at AskDrLove.com and receive her meditation audio that will guide you to open your heart and chill out during these stressful times.